Hello people, my name is Sandeep and I welcome you back to my channel. And if this is the first time you're visiting this channel, once again my name is Sandeep, trying to spread some positive vibe and love through my videos. And today in this video we are going to talk about something very common, very popular and very sensitive topic. Obviously it is all about COVID and the coronavirus. And what is this virus and how can we protect ourselves from this virus is all that we are going to talk, or I'm going to talk in this video. And do watch this video until the end, and if you like, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel. And yes, let's try to jump to the video. People, as you all know, COVID cases are surging throughout the world, and especially in India. Talking about the death rate in India, it is almost 350% more than the last year. The maximum people dead last year, which is in the year 2020, is about 1,200, which was in the year 2020, which was in the month of September. And this year, and particularly this month, the month of May, the maximum number of people who was dead due to the coronavirus, is 4,200 people, which is 350% more than the last year in an average. To those people and families who have lost their dear one's life, I can understand the pain. The loss is something incomparable, but we must also understand how are we failing? How shall we protect ourselves from these viruses? But before that, people, if you would have known about the species evolution, that is, how did all this life on the earth evolve, that will be easier for us to better understand about these viruses. All life on this earth evolved from a single-celled organism that lived roughly 3.5 billion years ago, or 4 billion years ago. It's between 3.5 billion years to 4 billion years ago. There are lots and lots of modern studies that confirms and proves the same. Let it be Charles Darwin or the sculptures in the ancient Indian temples confirms the same, which every single living being or animals or birds or fishes right now, it is all evolved from a single-celled organism, right? So without the interventions of the foreign bodies, that is, for example, like viruses like this COVID, not specifically COVID, but any viruses or any bacteria, right? Without the intervention of the foreign bodies, within these single-celled organism, development of human body, that is from a single-cell organism to 15 trillion cell organism, is impossible. So I just want you to understand how these foreign bodies helped the development of human system. This is just a glimpse I wanted to give you about the human evolution from single-celled organism to 15 trillion cell organism. This is just a glimpse that I wanted to give. And I also wanted to say that these viruses are something that no one can avoid. If in case avoided in the past, like if in case people have, or whatever organism we could have been, if those things have avoided these bacteria or viruses, right now in this world there is no human being at all. Now, if you ask me how to escape this virus, how do I live safe, how do I stay safe from this virus, the answer is simple. We cannot escape the virus, but we can face it safe, right? We can face the virus and we can be safe, but we cannot escape this virus. We must prepare our body or the system in such a way that if in case this virus evades us, we have a strong defense system That is why people are coming up with vaccinations, medications, just to make our defense system more stronger. Okay, now talking about the COVID vaccination. How long does immunity from COVID-19 vaccination last? Let us see the answers from the experts.
So, people, if you see this chart, this is what I was talking about. So, if you see in the month of September 2020, especially the date on 18th, the death was 1247, and now in see on 21st May it is almost 4200, 20th May 4200, it's 3500 on 24th of May, which is coming down, which is a good thing. Oh my god, it has even gone up to 4500 here on 18th May. Oh, this is huge. This is incredible, isn't it? So this is what I was saying about, and this is not just a question that I have, or this is not just a question you have. This is the question most of the people across the world has, right? And unfortunately, there are also a lot of people who thinks if we get vaccination, we are safe and nothing is going to happen, and this is the end of COVID-19 or the coronavirus, and it's an unfortunate situation, and I would have to say no, that's not the case. So when we talk about how long does immunity from COVID-19 vaccination last, and we are reading the report from the Healthline is largest health publisher. I mean, they have a website, and like Healthline is a website and provider of the health information, who are based out of San Francisco, and they are one of the largest health information providers here, right? And what do they say is, let us not talk or read anything about anything specific to specific companies of the vaccination providers, right? So we just see the generic one, because when we are talking about the larger audience, not everyone will be going for the vaccination from Pfizer or Moderna, right? So we can just see the very common answers. So what it is see, this is what it says, like, what remains unclear, right? However, it is exactly how long the vaccines prevent COVID-19, if booster shots may be needed down the road, or if vaccination will need to be tweaked to fight against the emerging variants of the virus. So as you all know, we are at the second wave of the coronavirus. So in fact, viruses tend to get mutated. So they are not so called as a virus if they are not getting mutated. So even let it be, if it is a polio virus, right? So we would have all taken the vaccination when we were a kid for the polio virus. So the polio vaccination, what we are having right now, will not be the same after 5 years, right? And the polio vaccination, what the kids are getting in this year would have not been taking the same vaccination before 5 years. So because it all gets mutated, viruses tend to get mutated, and one single virus cannot prevent a virus. Virus generally mutates all by itself, right? So that is what even the Healthline is saying, that vaccination, it has to be changed, or you must go for another vaccination whenever the virus are getting mutated all by itself, or otherwise, as a booster for the vaccination what you have taken already, you have to take another vaccination down the line. But we just do not know when, should you take after 6 months, or should you take after 1 year. The reason why we do not know is the vaccination is just brand new, right? So no one knows about it. So we have to give that enough time to check what should be done and what will happen after taking the vaccination. So everything is in the testing phase, right? So that's the reason no one knows about it.
So this report, this thing, what we just saw, is not just from Healthline, but experts from across the globe says the vaccination is not the end game. right? So this is not the end game. This is only helping us to buy some more time to prepare ourselves to fight with COVID. Let it be 6 months or let it be a year down the line, post our vaccination, we must need another vaccination for the difference, either as a booster or the emergent for the emerging variant of the virus. But then people have a lot of questions if the vaccination is safe or if the vaccination is efficient. Government says it is safe, and so do people who are still alive after taking the vaccination. They say the vaccination is safe and efficient. So they are the living examples, right, to prove the vaccination is safe. So how shall we know the efficiency of the vaccination in India? So to know the efficiency, we must talk to people who have already taken the vaccination. So the first one to take the vaccination in our country is the frontline workers like doctors and the police officers. Let us do some research for the details online for the same and see how efficient this vaccination is.
So, guys, as per the news from the BBC, I mean, I'm pretty sure you know about BBC. It's, British broadcast channel. And as per the BBC, what they say is the first wave of COVID virus in India has started in the month of June to September 2020. And the second wave has started in the month of Feb, right? So this is the source as per the BBC. So all we have to look at it is it has started in the month of Feb 2021, and the first wave I have started in the year 2020, right? So this is the report which has been given by the BBC. And what does Times of India says is over 400 doctors died due to the COVID during the second wave, at least 100 in Delhi, right? So not just talking about 400 doctors, but also when we talk about the police officers, there are over 100 police officers who are dead only during the second wave, which is only after the month of February 2021, right? So that's what it says here, right? So February 2021 second wave, and doctors and police officers who are dead after February 2021, which is this year, is over 400 doctors and over 100 police officers, which is not mentioned in the Times of India in this particular report or the article, but yes, it's over 100 police officers is dead. And if we see when did India start vaccination, is the COVID-19 vaccine was launched on 16th January 2021. The first group includes healthcare and the frontline workers. So if you have not forgotten, it is mentioned that it is mandatory for every frontline workers, healthcare workers to get vaccinated, right? And this started on 16th January. And now, this report has been given by MOHFW, Government of India, which is, if you see, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and they have stated that the vaccination has been launched on 16th January, where 16th January 2021, the first group includes healthcare and the frontline workers, right? So you understood, right? So they started vaccinating 16th January, and 400 doctors and 100 plus police officers are dead after Feb, right? So I don't know, talking about the efficiency, I do not understand, but if you see like, no, not this one, it says Feb, and if you see, like, after Feb, if you see, in the month of March, it is like at least one dose. Like, how much is that? I don't know, like in the end of Feb, if you see, over 1 million, over 14 lakh people have been fully vaccinated at the end of February, right? So then of course it should be doctors, right? Because in the early March or at the end of February, no one was permitted or allowed to take the vaccination unless they are the frontline or the healthcare workers. And if you see in India, the full-fledged doctors, the registered doctors, are not over 1.2 million people. I mean, 12 lakh doctors in India, right? And the end of at the end of Feb or at the mid of Feb, see, at the end of Feb, if you see, like 13 lakh people have been fully vaccinated. Oh, come on. It's huge in number, and I still wonder why these doctors should die, and there is no proper evidence or report to it. Like these doctors failed to take the vaccination. I mean, if they failed to take vaccination, it was a strict law from the Indian code saying that the doctors should take it, right? So at least for the normal people it is not mandatory, but for the frontline workers, I suppose it was mandatory. And I do wonder why 400 doctors are dead after the second wave of COVID. So this question is something that we simply cannot answer, because we do not know. No one knows. It is not out.
So, people, let us not just conclude that the vaccination is unsafe just because of this report what we just saw, because there are also a lot of people who have taken the vaccination as they are safe and sound. But we must also know that this vaccination is not just the only one way to escape this virus, because there are also proper evidence which proves the same, right? So if we have a close look about the virus, what does this COVID virus does to us? It affects us respiratory system, and there are tremendous possible ways to keep our respiratory system strong enough. And since we are from India, let it be yoga or let it be any breathing exercises, practice any one of these forms every single day, and you will see the tremendous difference, tremendous changes in your respiratory system. You can find it all by yourself. It just take a maximum of 10 days to see the results. So this is again one of the better ways to keep your respiratory system strong, and it also too increases your immunity. You can definitely try it, and you can also change your diet. If you are a smoker and if you smoke, you could possibly reduce, or even quitting the smoking is very good. And if not possible, reduce the smoking, and if you consume alcohol, do reduce it. And there are a lot of herbs available, and that helps boosting your immunity and also your respiratory system's activity. It strengthens your respiratory system. So it is not something that I should guide you on what all herbs you should go for. There are tremendous and a lot of information available online, and it is being all over the social media. So I'm sure you knew it all by yourself in terms of the herbs. And yes, guys, saying that we are at the end of this video, and before we end this video, I have a question. Like, I have a very small question to which even I do not know the answer at, and in fact no one knows the answer to it, I believe. So if at all anyone here watching this video, if you know the answer, please do write down the answer in the comment section below. And what that question is. And this: people say COVID is spreading from person to person, and so you have to stay at home to stop spreading it. But why have we forgot its origination? Where did it originate from? From where did this COVID come from? I mean, I'm not talking about the China, but exactly where? right? The original source of viral transmission to humans remains unclear. I mean, no one knows, even WHO doesn't know, like from where did this virus originate and how did it get transmitted to the humans. It is pretty unclear even until now. Few people say it is from bats, or it is from eating uncooked meat, or it is from a lab, which is, I mean, lab leak they say, but no one knows about it, right? It's pretty unclear. So how sure are we that only humans are spreading the virus now? So how sure are we that staying home can stop this virus? That's it for the video today, guys. I hope you liked the video. Have a wonderful day, and see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye.